Welcome to Invisible Ink. I'm Matt, and this is my channel, Just One More Turn, where I play tactical or turn-based games. Preferably, well, obviously most turn-based games are strategy games, right? And obviously Invisible Ink is also a strategy game, but it's quite different from the games I've played so far. So previously I was playing lots of 4X's, Endless Space 2 and Endless Legend, which are excellent games. And I can't yet make that same claim about Invisible Ink, because I haven't played it enough. But so far I've really enjoyed it, and mostly I've enjoyed the feeling of being a spy and the sort of breakneck pace at which the story and the gameplay develops. I have played some of the game. This is not a blind Let's Play, mostly because I started a blind Let's Play and then lost the footage. So I have a little bit of experience with this game. But we're just going to dive right in from the start. Here I lost the... Well, basically I lost some recording and I couldn't load back, so I'm starting a new playthrough. And yeah, Invisible Ink is really cool, not just because of like the sort of Pixar movie. Well, it reminds me a bit of The Incredibles, actually, the simplified but very stylized art style, but also because of how quickly it conveys the sort of feeling of being a spy and the sort of characterization of various agents to you very quickly, efficiently. And also, the same goes for the gameplay and the just general feel and story elements. So, very fast and very well characterized, I think. That's been my impression so far. So let's dive into the game. We're going to start with the tutorial, I think. Yeah, here. Well, the tutorial is also very flavorful, as we're about to see.
Operator, we have a delicate situation here. Decker found himself some trouble on his day off. Something involving a whiskey bar and his big loud mouth. He's usually better at covering up after such indiscretions, but this time FTM security got the drop on him. They noticed his non-market augments, and now they're curious about where he got them. I'd like to leave him to sweat it out for a while, but we can't have this coming back on us. We're going to break him out. Incognito has activated his fail-safe neural uplink. I'm patching you through now.
So as you can see there, like even the tutorial teaches us quite a lot about who Central is and who Decker is. We haven't even met Decker, but we really know he's a drunkard, he gets into trouble, right? We know about Central that she's no nonsense. She's fine having her agents learn a lesson, but she's also not going to compromise the mission.
Decker was captured. Again. Let's make sure he can walk.
Now you move in any direction. As you can see, you can move diagonally. So kind of like a queen in chess. Although we can... kind of like a king in chess with lots of moves.
Let him catch his breath. But don't dally. They'll notice our intrusion soon.
So we make a move, basically, was what this is telling us, and then the guards make a move, and then we make a move. We always have more information than the guards, and that's how we're gonna... leverage.
Get to the door.
That's the advantage we have to leverage in this game. Information. Now we can look here through windows. Actually, we should go to the other side.
We don't have visibility on the hallway. You'll have to manually check for hostiles.
Here we can use this peek ability.
It's unlocked. Get him out and be careful not to alert the guard.
Waiting another turn. So what this game is all about is leveraging the information we have to outmaneuver superior enemy
Decker's
forces.
tools should be in that safe. He'll need his neural disruptor to take down these guards.
So like here, we go into the safe, we pick up equipment.
Good. Now approach the guard from behind and neutralize him.
Now obviously this is a tutorial area, so it's way easier than the actual game, where I quickly found myself overwhelmed in my first playthrough. Actually, spoilers, this is possible, I actually managed to lose Decker for a while. Oh, we can steal the stuff from him? Money, nice.
But effective. Proceed to the next door.
So I actually managed to get Decker captured in my previous playthrough, but I sprung him out, so you know, all's fair. I hope he doesn't remember that. Let's go through this door. As you can see, checking to see that...
Close the door to cover our tracks. If they catch us, we'll lose uplink again.
So checking, looking, peeking through doors, opening and closing doors. Yeah, it's pretty important. I'll have to remember...
We're going to need power in order to hack their system. Jack that console for a quick boost.
I'm gonna have to remember to close doors behind myself when we play the game for real. These consoles are very important. Currently, we don't have the agent best suited to pick them up. Our second agent, we'll meet her later. She's really good at picking up these consoles because she can hack from a distance.
Good. That'll help us bypass any security devices we encounter.
I want to make sure I don't speak over Central because she has a lot of important stuff to say. I really like the voice acting and the writing for this game. So. As you can see,
if that
peeking.
camera locks on, it'll alert the whole building. We need Incognito to hack it.
So Incognito is our AI support. As you can see, opening doors and then peeking gives you more vision. Okay. And we can also hack cameras like this.
Camera compromised. Its eyes are ours now. Let's keep moving.
I'm not sure why somebody put a gun in a... This is a gun, right? Why is that gun in a display case? Oh well, never mind. Where's that pass card? Did I leave a pass card on that guard? Damn it.
Caution is our friend, operator. Get into position beside that door and scout the next room.
Maybe I need to get a pass card. Let's check. Never mind.
That guard doesn't look like he's moving. Let's give him a reason to, shall we?
So we can distract the guard by opening the door,
All right, he's coming. Make sure Decker's ready for him.
and then we can ambush him, which is a pretty cool mechanic. This game's design is tight, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of old, so I didn't notice it
Nice
initially.
work. We're almost there. Keep out of sight and we should be able to get out of there in one piece.
But there was a sale recently, and I was like, oh, I remember this game getting decent reviews. And when I picked it up, I was pleasantly surprised by how engrossing it was, actually. So let's just keep ending our turn if we're low on AP. Let's look for here. Let's peek again. Oops, I ended my turn by accident. I always feel like the hotkey is a bad thing. Because then it lets me make
Incognito's
mistakes.
detected danger around the next corner.
As you can see, we can peek around corners.
We should have enough power left for Incognito to bypass that hardware.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep moving. The teleporter is just up ahead. Get to it and we'll use it to return to the jet.
I should say this game takes place in the future. That's why there are weird stuff like teleporters and super AIs.
That guard is wearing armor. Be careful, the disruptor won't work on him. We'll have to use his blind spots to slip by.
As you can see, the yellow tiles are tiles which he can't directly see. Red is something we need to be quite worried about. And we can hide behind this cover, the guard won't see us. Despite its simplistic art style, this game is really cool. And really, really nice. It looks very good. Like, it's very cool visually, that's what I was trying to say. By the way, you can use this button to figure out where they're going. And here we can use this teleporter to escape. As you can see, the sci-fi element is really kicking in there. So you get some credits, which is nice. So now we can play the game on beginner, which gives us a level retry and 5 rewinds, or experience, which gives us 3 rewinds and no level retries, or experts, which only gives us 1 rewind. I kind of feel like I want to go for experienced, because I think if I make mistakes, then it'll be more instructive from a learning experience for me. And, you know, maybe you're the sort of person who enjoys watching me suffer, in which case, this is the channel for you. Or this is the playthrough for you, I should say. But I'm going to trust myself with experienced. I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I can, either I can handle it, or I'll learn more by losing on experienced. I don't know. Let's watch the opening cinematic, it's really cool.
Get to the main server, collect the data, and get out. No detours.
Copy that, Central.
Proceeding to target.
Oops. Sorry.
Insertion was clean. Alarm level holding steady. We need to get to the 3rd floor. We can make our way to the server room from there.
Any chatter on the comms?
Negative. It's silent on all frequencies.
They should have detected us by now.
Receiving primary wireless transmission.
They're on to you. Get out. Get out of there.
HQ compromised. We're going to need an extraction. I've got incognito. Decker and Internationale are on their way.
Get to the roof. I'll cover. Go!
Decker, how long till extraction?
30 seconds.
Get us out of here. We've got work to do.
So as you can see, the premise of the game is really that we're a spy organization on the run, and we're living in a we're living in the future, and there are lots of evil corporations out to get us, who we are opposed to. So, like, I like this about the cinematic is it really does sort of hit you with the story like very quickly and, yeah, very like efficiently, which is, you know, a nice change of pace sometimes. Sometimes you just want sometimes you don't want all the setup, you know. And also, since it's a spy game, it's nice that it feels very energetic. Now here, here's the power drop, which gives you 1 power per turn. And there's fusion, where you can invest 5 power to gain 3 power a turn for 4 turns, basically what this means. And this obviously gets you more power than this over time. Like, this will give you 4 power for 4 turns. And as long as you can keep making the investment, this actually gives you 12 minus 5, so 7 power over 4 turns. So 3 more power over 4 turns than this. So this is almost twice as good. So we should probably pick fusion instead of power drip. And then lockpick is just good because it lets us break firewalls. So yeah, I think we're into that. Now let's just listen to what Central has to say about these agents.
I found Decker living in a bottle after his termination. He's cleaned up since then, but I keep eyes on, just to be sure. The 20th century thing is an unfortunate affectation, but I'm not paying him for his fashion sense.
So Decker's like a noir cop wannabe, or Blade Runner wannabe, I don't know. He dresses like a 20th century, so that's old by this time. The book really, it's old by our time, but come on. And he's like a bit of an alcoholic, and the story tells us a bit more that he worked for security for a firm until his alcoholism and chased him out of the corporate world, but he also stole this morning cloak. So that's really cool. Like, with a little bit of text and a little bit of dialogue, it tells us a lot about Decker, but also a bit about Central. Like, she's trying to keep her agents on form, you know? Or is he sometimes even a bit wary about that? And we'll see the same with Internationale. Like, Central's aware of her agent's weaknesses, which is pretty awesome. Wait.
I found Decker.
Never mind.
Internationale is one of the best all-round operatives I've ever seen, but she's held back by an unfortunate abundance of social concern. If used correctly, she's the bedrock upon which you can build a winning team. Just don't ask her about the plight of the global proletariat.
Oh no! Comrade Internationale! So, I guess we can conclude that Central is not a communist. The Internationale is definitely a comrade. But again, we learned something about Internationale. She does care, even though she's a good operative. She's maybe even held back a bit by her emotions. Where Central just sort of like... Central doesn't think much of that. She thinks it's a weakness that can be exploited. So again, good dialogue, I think, because it tells us something about the characters. Without, being forced or anything. And it tells us something about the characters very quickly, so it doesn't derail the plot of the story. Or the action of the story. Iron Man is... whoa. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. So it's the year 2074. Corporations rule the world. It's kind of like Blade Runner, to be honest. We need to strike back. It just reminds me of Blade Runner partly because of Decker's. Like Deckard. Sounds similar. So the odds are stacked against you, and we will fail repeatedly. This seems like a bit of a roguelike experience, then. Cool. So I'm interested.
Operator, are you there? Good. I was afraid you didn't make it out. Headquarters is gone. Most of our agents have been captured or killed, and our accounts all frozen. I don't know how the corporations found us, but you can bet they won't give up now that they've had a taste of blood. The jet's stealth rig should keep us hidden if we keep moving, but Incognita can't survive long on backup power. She's got 72 hours, tops. We need to mount a counterattack before then, or we'll be defenseless against their scans. If that happens, we may as well just crash this thing into the ocean. You've never seen the inside of a corporate deprogramming chamber. I won't see the inside of another. Incognita is scanning for targets of opportunity where we can replenish our supplies. Follow her leads and gather what resources you can. I'll run through our contacts and see what favors I can call in. We're going to need all of the advantages we can find in the coming days.
See, again, what was nice about that, very quickly we got a little bit more information on Central, and we know what the story is about, and we know what we have to do. And all that in like 4 paragraphs. Pretty solid. So we have to go here, into Santa Cruz.
Executives are notoriously slack when it comes to network security, and their terminals are full of interesting information. We found a lightly guarded executive complex here. Get in, find the computer, and steal their contact list. Then we'll have our pick of future targets.
Cool. So let's infiltrate. We don't have much choice here. Pretty neat that the timer keeps ticking down. Like we're just running out of power.
Corporate firewall breached.
We'll never survive the direct attack.
Bad news, operator. They caught us completely by surprise, so we have no firepower with us. The guards' weapons are gene-coded to their owner and useless to us. We're going to have to make do with what we can find along the way. We've beamed you through the security grid. You should be somewhere near the target, but you'll need to look for it. Get the list and find a transport pad to escape. But be quick about it. They noticed a disturbance when we ported in, and their alarm level is already rising.
Cool. So here we can use Internationale. See here we have like nice little portraits for them. I think that's pretty cool. To quickly hijack this console and get some power. She could do it remotely, which is her special trick. She has what items on her? She has this neurodisruptor. He has the modded cloak. We could give her this cloak, but I feel like, why bother? I feel like why not keep Deckard interesting in his own right? Or Decker. Oh, come on, he's basically from Blade Runner. Now we can't go through this door yet because we don't have a pass card. Let's look out. Alright, we activate Incognito, and this is a power supply. We should probably activate this fusion immediately. Every turn we activate fusion, so we generate more power. And we might as well hack this actually. And that disabled the laser ward here. Or some sort of security measure, right? Let's peek around. Alright. And we can move Internationale up. And what is this? This is a secondary server terminal and a corporate safe. We might want to get these at some point. You don't have many movement points left, so we should just end turn. So we know there are guards somewhere. Okay, every turn there's an increment of security level, which will make the game harder. Always check Incognito for that every 4 turns. I just, in my previous game, I forgot to do that and I ran out of power and I was like, that's so sad. Now it's very good to scout out the map, and the reason is, Nanofabricator, if we can get there when we get there. The reason that it's so good to scout out the map is that we have to find the teleportation pads, and once we pick up our objective, we need to have an escape route. And if we don't, we can easily get into trouble. Here we looted the safe for some cash. Always nice. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything around here. But there's the safe, which I can break its firewall right now, and I think I will. I'm gonna move Decker in this direction. It's good to scout out as much as we can with our different characters. I want to be super careful though. Oh, and here's a guard. I was right to be careful. What does this do? Oh, we can spend money, and then we can get things for Incognito. Use break 1 firewall for all detected devices. That's interesting. So it's like a more effective firewall breaker. If we get 2 targets of this, we're getting a lot of extra value. And undiscovered safes. That's interesting, but maybe not as powerful as Data Blast. I don't know. Let's wait until we've gotten the safes to see if we can get both. Spending money is a cost because they moved away. It is a real cost because we can always use the money to upgrade our operatives. I want to say heroes, but like they're operatives. Come on. I actually wasted the movement point there. My bad. Got some cash. Nice. Here, this is where enemies spawn from, by the way. Alright. I should check out the safe first. Okay, do I want to buy those extra things? I think more efficient hacking is interesting. Yeah, these are both interesting. Undiscovered safes, that's a cool effect to have. And this is a cool effect to have. And I want to try these things out, if I can. Although I'm less interested in this, maybe. Because we're going to find the safes anyway. It doesn't actually help us complete our mission. Because I feel like with good scouting, we will often find the safes. Okay, they have to be visible. Oh, that's a big area. Nice. So let's wait a couple of turns. We should definitely put him on ambush just in case this guy hits back, but I don't think he will. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Well, it's good to be safe, eh? I don't know why that move is so laggy. I don't know if it's my fault or the game's. I think it's the game's fault. The game is very graphically. It doesn't have much hardware requirements, so it has to be the game's fault. I don't know if that's sound logic. We can actually hack both of them in the same area. As you can see, we're saving 1 power here, which is pretty cool. Now we could use this power, but then we need to make sure we have enough power for fusion next turn. And we will have 2 plus 3, so we will have just enough. And I do want to get this corporate safe. Although it looks like there's a camera there. Very awkward. Let's steal some stuff from this guard. We got money, and we got a security pass card. That's nice. We can actually move Internationale over. Just in case she needs the... No, we can't actually. In case she needs the pass card. I do want to go for the safe, though. Yeah, we have enough time to go back here and pin this guy if we need to. Okay, now we activate the ability to gain power. And now we need at least a turn to get... Who's watching this area? I can't see the camera. Who's watching this? Seriously. Oh, here, that camera. Okay. Because this camera was deactivated. Okay, in this case, it looks like Decker is going to be there a little longer, so we can use Internationale to pin this guy. And what that means is she sits on top of the unconscious body and stops it from rezzing.
Additional cameras activated. Surveillance level increased.
Okay, I think we want to hack this. Quickly... Is this the... No, this is not a teleport pad. Quickly pick up the contents of the safe and then run away before anything happens. That was a lot of money. Worth it. And then we want to move here, not pin that guy. Actually, we probably should drag him into this room to avoid that camera. And now we can pass her the security card, I guess? Do you wanna? I think she should hold the security card, so we maximize our holdings. Or like we make sure our holding space is flexible. Like if Decker needs to pick up something and he has too many stuff, he will have to carry more stuff and he'll become slower, basically. Okay, now let's hack this. We still have fusion on cooldown, so we're still gaining power each turn. Okay, let's bounce up. And again, this guy is KO'd, so that's... I mean, he's not going to be KO'd next turn, but alright. That happens. We just make sure we're hold in case he runs this direction. Which would be really unfair, but you know, it happens.
What happened?
Hey, you asked, hey, you saw me? I have no idea. Wink, wink. Anyway. Let's... Oh, we can access incognito in one turn, okay. So we're definitely not escaping through here, so everything that's important lies forwards. Oh, and we can hack these, gain power. As you can see, the remote hacking is very powerful, so... And not just because it gives us power, like, just... Like, powerful as in good. Okay, here's some view on this corridor, probably from this camera. Yeah, we can afford to hack it, I think. So we could open this door. Can you peek around? Yeah, everything is fine. Actually, I didn't have to peek around there.
Investigating area.
Okay, screw you. Oh crap, there's another guy. Imagine I would have opened this door. What would have happened to me, yeah? Let's just go through here. I'm not moving as efficiently as I could be. But okay, it doesn't really matter too much. Let's go back here and give him a rude surprise. As you can see, this game makes me feel so awesome when things work out. Like, I feel like a spy. And without having to feel like a complete dick like James Bond, right? Sorry if you like James Bond. I mean, it's good in doses, but he's a bit of an ass sometimes. Or at least, yeah, let's get some money there. And we can move from here. Drop him, that's nice. Let's continue. And let's move forward over here. I think we scanned something else, another safe. I mean, it would be nice to pick up this thing where we can check all the safes, but I think I mostly am gonna find everything anyways with methodical scouting. He's stationary. Oh, he's actually moving backwards. Okay.
You see that? What?
And now we can ambush him. Move here. Drop the body. Move here. And get ready to ambush with... Oh, we can't. Damn it. But if we're ambushing with Internationale. Now, we can hack the safe. And we could get... actually get the power from that. That's great. And we can activate that as well. And we can hack both of those, which is great, because we're basically saving power with this mod, which is pretty important, actually. We can't hack this, though. Well, we didn't actually have to hack this thing, but okay.
Investigating area. Guard down.
Oh god. Oh god! Oh shit! I'm surrounded! Oh, this is not good. We can use our stealth rig to get to this corner and try and ambush both of them at the same time. What are they gonna do? He's gonna walk in here, he's gonna walk in here. Oof. This is a lot scarier than I expected it to be. Let's use our stealth rig. Cloak is supposed to be that to get out of jail free card. And we're gonna go behind him, like here. So next turn he might spot Internationale, but we can take him from behind. And Internationale can take out this guy first. So that's the plan. Again, I didn't expect this to happen. But at least I took down one of the guards and I have a plan for taking the other. So here's the big problem. If you're spotted, the guards will kill you if you move. So that's really bad. But you can always support the other guard, your other spy like this. Got it. And I think we should... No, we have nothing to loot from this guy? Oh, that's sad. We can pin this guy. We can get a crate chip, security pass card, we already have one, and the medgel, which helps us revive an agent one time only. This is not valuable in any ways. I mean, it's cool, it's good to have, right? But it's not like this could sell this, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, we can keep Decker pinning this guy, but we have to move him at some point, right? Let's move forward. Now we can hack the security camera twice. I have enough power that I almost want to send the hack like an... Actually, it only affects visible units. So we can't just hack random shit and get lucky. So we can move forward now with confidence. As you can see, Invisible Ink is pretty dope. Like a tactical spy game is how I would describe it. It's nice how the turn-based strategy elements make you feel like you're planning ahead, like a spy would, maybe. Me too. Or definitely me too. We can't peek because we run out of action points, because I mismanaged my action points. I can bounce around this corner. The thing is, we're going to have to move at some point. The question is, do I move this turn or next turn? I think I should just move now. Yeah, it's gonna suck if they move in my direction, but yeah, I can't keep this up forever.
What happened?
Do you have a gun? No, we don't have a gun. Never mind. We just have the Overwatch ability, but no gun. Let's check here. What is? We can hack the security camera. Go through here and close the door behind us. I learned from the tutorial, everybody. I did. I promise.
That's an executive terminal.
Cool, got
It
it.
still has a solitaire game up on the screen.
Lol. That's just the executive stereotype, I swear. But, you know, I'm gonna side with Internationale here and the global proletariat, etc. So, you know. So we're gonna loot the context next turn. Loot the contents, not the context. Anyway. Hopefully they don't move in our direction.
Guard down.
Alright. Let's just open this door. Didn't have to go through this direction, but it kept me behind closed doors, so that was good. In other ways. And I'm gonna go there next turn. Now Internationale can go pick up the quest objective. I don't know if there's something behind here that we should pick up. The site list. What do we leave behind? Probably the security card. This medgel is valuable.
Good job. You've got the site list. They noticed you poking about and have changed up their patrols. Be careful on your way out.
So I need to find the teleporters.
Investigating area.
Oh dear.
Looking around.
Additional guard.
There's a new guard. Nah, that's not great. So there's only one door here, which is unfortunate. I have to use some fancy footwork to get out of this. Let's activate my alt tab. Is there anything along... No, there's nothing here. Oh well, I hope I didn't waste any valuable movement points in checking that out. Well, I don't know where I am, so... Oh, here's the teleporter. Great. So now we just need to make sure we can get Internationale out of there. Because obviously she's one of my best... She's one of my top 2 agents, guys. Guys and gals. And just all kinds of people. Anyway. Let's rock. And in case you were wondering who my 2 favorite agents are so far, I have to go with Internationale and Decker. I mean, nobody was close because there was nobody else. Let's just move here. Let Decker cover her a bit. I don't have a gun, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, the guard's still clueless. Easy, because it was the first mission, but also easy. Let me have this, okay? Let me have this. Wireless scan is really powerful. I really like Internationale because of that. The soundtrack is also really nice because of how, yeah, it's just exemplified. It just continues that theme of urgency, which is like so good in this game, to be honest. Let's rock!
That executive had a very interesting list of contacts. I'm sure they won't miss it.
Me too. What is this? Oh, we bought stuff. Okay, never mind. So we can upgrade our heroes, or we can use this medgel to revive our hero. I should say agents. We can upgrade our agents with credits. Now, Internationale is really good at hacking, so I kind of want to improve that. If you think about it, she can hack at range, so any upgrade to hacking is extra valuable on her. So I'm just going to upgrade her hacking a bit. Now, does that mean I want to improve her again? Maybe not. Strength will let us carry more stuff. I would get strength for both heroes for 600. Or we can improve his speed. But I think we kind of maybe want to get strength, just to make sure we never get burdened by any items. And improving drag speed is neat, actually. I don't know. Anarchy is also nice, because we can steal more. I guess I have 600 credits, so that just perfectly aligns for strength for both heroes. Sorry, not heroes. I'm so used to, like, RPGs and stuff. Strength for both operatives. Better. Cool. So, we'll just watch the cinematic part at the end of the game, or the end of the mission, or the text-based cinematic, more or less. And then I'll probably end this episode. I'm just going to try and keep it to 1 episode per episode. I mean, one mission per episode. And in that way, it'll be like relatively compact, and you can watch the individual missions. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you had fun and enjoyed this Let's Play. Let me know if you like this game, or just in general want to see a more different kinds of games apart from Endless Space 2 and Endless Legend. I mean, I love those games, but I think a change of pace would be good for me so I can play those games for longer. If I play games for too long, I'm sure I'll get burnt out. Like, anyway, let's just watch the end of this. Again, thanks for tuning in. Tune in for future episodes, and be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any future content.
I've re-established contact with Monster. His network picked up the attack just before it hit us, and we're working to trace it back to the source. In the meantime, he's offered to sell us some of his more rarefied stock.
Greetings. I don't often perform transactions face-to-face, but Gladstone is an old friend. I'll contact you when anything becomes available.
Thank you, Monster. If we find their central server, we may be able to bring them down, or at least distract them long enough that they lose our trail. Continue scavenging operations, and I'll keep you posted as more intel develops.
Cool. So Monster's also pretty awesome, I think. We learned quite a lot about him in like a relatively short amount of time, which is pretty cool. But for now, let's save and exit. And I'll see you in the next episode. Tune in again.